The Clippers are gauging Paul George's trade interest with the Houston Rockets and the Portland Trailblazers in the front. And this came out 12 hours after we heard that the Portland Trailblazers deemed the third pick only being worthy for either Paul George or the other player by the name of, I'm blanking on it. It was Paul George that they said they wanted to get the third pick for, and there was one other player that I don't know who I'm blanking. Oh, it was Portland.
Zion.
I don't know if it was Zion. It was Paul George and one other player. Blazers trade pick. Paul George.
They be working right there, don't they?
I'm trying to see who was the other person that they want. Oh, Bam Adebayo and Paul George are the two types of guys that they would want to trade the third pick for.
Did you see that joke? Dame said Bam Adebayo and
What did you say, Bam?
you hear that?
Yeah, you just stopped talking. You cut out.
It's right there. It's loud.
Yeah, what happened? You cut out. That overtook your audio.
Yeah, it's loud as fuck, dude. They're blowing that shit.
What is it?
The joke was somebody's leaf blowing, dude. Somebody said the Dame mentioned Bam Adebayo and the Blazers took it the wrong way. Like he meant trade me to Miami so I can play with Bam Adebayo, not trade for Bam Adebayo.
That's funny. But what do you think of the possibility of a guy like Paul George or Bam Adebayo being traded to the Portland Trailblazers? Do you think Paul George is going to be traded? Supposedly, the Clippers are thinking about blowing up.
Yeah, I would definitely blow it up, but actually maybe not definitely. I don't think there's any shot they get Bam Adebayo. Paul George, I don't think it happens, but it wouldn't shock me if the Clippers decided to go in that route for Scoot Henderson. If Scoot Henderson doesn't go to the Charlotte Hornets and they actually end up taking Brandon Miller, it actually wouldn't surprise me if the Clippers traded for that pick, number 3, and gave up Paul George.
My favorite clip of the week has been, or quote of the week was from one of the Athletic writers. They're like, so if Scoot Henderson falls to the Portland Trailblazers after a series of backflips and high fives, the Portland Trailblazers would draft Scoot Henderson.
Shit, dude, that would be crazy. I feel so bad for Blazer fans if they actually end up, if Brandon Miller ends up going to, which isn't going to happen, by the way, but for hypothetical purposes, if it happened and Brandon Miller went pick number 2 and Portland trades number 3 for like Paul George, I would feel so bad for Blazers fans. But Blazer fans aren't even that opposed to it. I think Blazer fans want that, obviously, because you don't want to lose Damian Lillard. But man, having the ability to draft Scoot Henderson.
This is what I keep saying in a video I made this morning. Look, this is what Brandon Miller's been compared to. Ceiling, Paul George. Middle, Rudy Gay. Bottom, Danny Granger. Or if you want to put Danny Granger in front of Rudy Gay.
Danny Granger was a bucket.
Yeah, I know, but like his career is shorter. But his floor is basically Danny Granger, Rudy Gay, ceiling Paul George. Guess what the hell they're saying Scoot Henderson's floor ceiling is? They're comparing him to Derrick Rose, John Moran, and Russell Westbrook. What do you want? A guy who's being compared to an MVP candidate or a guy who's being compared to an all NBA player? I'm taking the MVP. Is that a wrong thought in my process, a wrong thought process? I'm taking the guy who's being quoted as a generational talent.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. Yeah, exactly.
Like, no disrespect to Brandon Miller. I think he'll be an all-star. But I want the guy who's supposed to be top number 1 pick in any other draft.
Yeah.
Now, what is Paul George's trade value? We obviously know
Lay's chips that have been opened and half of them have been eaten.
We know
like Kawhi Leonard.
Well, I'm saying it's the Simons, Nurkic, Third pick.
Oh, I have something funny.
What would you, if
I
you're the
took a
Rockets,
screenshot.
you're a Rockets fan. If you're the Rockets, what are you giving them? The fourth pick, Kevin Porter Jr.
For what?
We know what the Blazers.
For Paul George?
Yeah, the Blazers would give.
I'll give you Jay Sean Tate, KJ Martin Jr. in the 20th pick.
Shut up. It's
I don't want Paul Torrance shoulder George. I don't want him. He tears his shoulder every single playoffs. It's some random shit. I don't want Paul George.
Well,
I mean, the idea is cool.
Well, my question is would you be mad if they gave up the fourth pick, Kevin Porter Jr. and Jay Sean Tate for Paul George?
No, I don't. The number 4 pick is untouchable for Paul George.
Wow.
Oh,
You wouldn't give him the fourth pick?
No,
Why?
definitely not. I think that would imply the Rockets are going right for James Harden.
Well, we're hearing that James Harden
and Paul
yesterday is
George
going back.
championship. We did not hear that yesterday.
That was the report.
Okay, all right. You heard from some random report on Twitter that James Harden to the Rockets remains a possibility, and then 2 days ago there's reports that he's going back to Philly and Houston's falling out of it, and then 3 days ago it was Houston to the Rockets, but then 4 days ago it was James Harden staying at Philly. I don't believe a word anybody's saying. Even Woj told me last year Jabari Smith Jr. was the number 1 draft pick and he was going to be an Orlando Magic basketball player. So what do?
I had to really
bet my
talk myself
what did I
into
do?
that.
I bet my entire mortgage on the Magic taking Jabari Smith Jr. at pick number 1. I lost the house. I lost my kids. I lost my wife.
Now I'm doing blow again, and I got
because of a
tips.
Woj fake tweet or a Woj tweet that he got wrong. I lost everything in my life. I don't believe anything right
You didn't have anything to begin with, bud.
But no, oh no, this is just, I just have a good joke. I wrote a couple of comedy skits last night for some reason. I couldn't sleep, but no, I know. I don't think James Harden and Paul George would do it enough for me. I think Paul George could possibly end up in Portland. I think a team would fly in. I don't think Paul George will be traded by the draft. I don't even think Paul George will be traded this offseason because Russell Westbrook was very beneficial for him. And Chris Paul's going to help them a lot too if they were to get him. They still have a really good roster, and now you have Tyler didn't get fired, right?
No, Tyler did not get fired, but he did.
Yeah, okay.
He declined a contract extension.
I was gonna say now you have a new coach, but I'm like, wait, who's their coach? Isn't it Ty Lue? So, yeah, I don't know what his value is because, like I said, he tears his shoulder every playoff series. But
Rocket news, and it's not official that James Harden has re-signed with the Philadelphia 76ers, but that is rumored to be quite possible. That's going to be the case.
what's that gonna look?
I don't know that you're how to
One
stop
shoulder George.
how to stop craving cock.
Oh no, it was the last time Paul George played over 56 games in an NBA season, and the answer is 2018-2019, and that in math terms is 5 years ago.
In math terms, that's 5 years ago. Now,